The following portion of Mass Appeal is sponsored by Naples Realty Group.
Joining us today is broker of Naples Realty Group, Dom Santaniello, and director of recruiting, Chris Gerber, to tell us how their business has just been exploding, especially with over 100 realtors. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks so much for having us, and what a great intro. So this year we're celebrating 5 years in business, and like you said, we have just crossed the line of having 100 licensed real estate agents servicing Massachusetts and Connecticut. You know, Chris, you've been with us. I think you brought us from 40 agents to 100. Do you want to talk a little bit about how we did that so quickly?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's just been a really easy sell. Dom and Luke have created quite the brand here at Naples, and we just have a lot of unique things about our brokerage. And Naples is really a brand, as we like to say, and Dom famously likes to say. But you know, there's three businesses under our brand, and one being the brokerage. The other two certainly help our agents get going. We think we have some real competitive advantages to share with agents that are unique to us in this market.
What are some of those competitive advantages?
Well, our waste removal company, you know, allows us to say, hey, you want a dumpster with that listing? It leads itself a lot to a social media presence. Because of all the things going on under the Naples brand, it lends to a lot of easy content, a lot of you know, things that just are very agent friendly, as far as, hey, I got off market deals, I have dumpsters for you at your disposal, you know, I got a social media content editor. A lot of places are not offering some of those things, and it's become such an attractive quality for Naples to share with agents in the community. And
brand has been a massive word that you have used time and time again. What is that like to be a part of this specific brand?
Yeah, so that's a great question. You know, like Chris had mentioned, we're agent focused, right? So all of our time and resources are here to cultivate opportunities for our realtors, right? So what that looks like is, you know, in parallel to our fix and flip business, Naples Home Buyers, we're creating a ton of inventory and a ton of off-market opportunities for those agents to bring those clients. And, you know, right now, if you've been following the real estate market at all, you know, rates have been high for a couple years now. Inventory has been low, and the transactional volume, you know, nationwide has been a lot less. So we have a huge advantage for our agents and for their clients to have access to these services like off-market properties, full-time social media in-house, you know, our dumpster business, which, you know, comes into play with a real estate transaction so much on the buy side, on the sell side. So we're really here to provide amazing value to the agents, and that rolls down to the customer.
Well, it's been very clear that you've been providing amazing customer service, because you guys have exploded over the last 5 years. So what has that been like to build from humble beginnings to now?
Have you looked up yet?
Well, I'll tell you, it was very cool this year. Recently, we just opened an office in Enfield. So we've been here in Agawam and in Western Mass. And, you know, one of our goals is to continue to expand into Connecticut and into other parts. And it was an exciting night when we opened that office. And we've seen great response to that. So, yeah, it's great. It's nice that our phone rings, and agents now are coming to us for 2 or 3 years here. We've been going to them and saying, hey, we think we have something really special. And now it's kind of cool because it's reversed, and people are coming to us and going, hey, we think you guys got something really special. Tell me about it. And, you know, Dom and Luke have, you know, set out 5 years ago to kind of create this brand and this umbrella of great real estate things in Western Mass. And, you know, I was fortunate to come in a few years ago with them, and you know, right now you're seeing kind of the explosion of that, but I don't know that everybody realizes the amount of time, amount of hours, amount of you know, bricks that these guys have laid over the years to make this all possible.
And your company specializes in residential and commercial transactions. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we cover everything, right? You know, we've branded investor friendly in the past, which you know, has to do with us being in the real estate investing side of the business as well. So obviously we're servicing residential, you know, buys and sells in both Mass and Connecticut, but another layer of our expertise and what we're focused on is understanding those investments, whether it be the fix and flip side of things or the multifamily buy and hold. So provide a ton of value to, again, our agents and then back to their clients by just having a little more in-depth knowledge of that side of the business, because, you know, right now it's a great alternative investment to afford 401k, and it's a great tool to build wealth. So.
And something else I really want to touch upon is that you guys offer off-market properties. So explain that a little bit.
Yeah, I'm happy you asked. So our flipping business, we're doing a pretty good volume of flips there, and at any time we have 10, 15, 20 open projects on our deck. So what that means and how do we roll that value right down to the agents is they have access to everything that we have, even under agreement before we close on it. And and Chris, you could speak to that too, of the value there, but a lot of times if you're going as an agent and you're going to open house after open house, submitting offer after offer, you're getting beat out by cash or no contingency type deals. Now this is an environment where you're not competing with everyone on the market, and you could call us up and say, hey, Chris, Dom, Luke, what's up with 123 Main Street? I see that project's happening. I have the perfect buyer for that property when you're done. So we're doing a lot of pre-selling and stuff like that. That's off market. Again, just providing a ton of value to everyone involved in the transaction, and it's a win-win-win for us.
And if people want to know more information about Naples Realty Group, where can they go for more information?
NaplesRealtyMA.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks again for having us.
Thank you.
The preceding portion of Mass Appeal was sponsored by Naples Realty Group. For more information, visit NaplesRealtyMA.com.